Most gardeners throw away one of the most powerful soil-building ingredients without realizing it. They rake up leaves, pull weeds, chop up branches, and pile everything into compost heaps that take months to break down. Meanwhile, the forest floor turns that same kind of debris into rich soil almost effortlessly. The difference isn't time, it's biology. Forests rely on a dense population of microbes that rapidly break down tough organic matter. When those microbes are missing in a garden, leaves and debris sit there for months, doing very little. The result is slow composting, weak soil structure, and plants that struggle to access nutrients. Before getting into the method I use to fix that problem, there's a small tool that has made managing soil conditions far easier in my own beds. I use a 4-in-1 soil moisture meter that measures soil moisture, soil temperature, pH, and sunlight intensity. One of the most common mistakes gardeners make when trying to boost soil biology is letting soil dry out without realizing it. Microbes need consistent moisture to stay active. If the soil dries too much, microbial activity slows dramatically. Being able to quickly check moisture and temperature helps prevent that. Now let's talk about the method that honestly completely changed how I deal with garden debris. And if you're someone who likes learning practical soil building techniques that actually improve yields over time, well, consider subscribing because that's exactly what we focus on here. The method I'm talking about is what I call the forest juice technique. It's inspired by natural forest ecosystems, where microorganisms break down wood, leaves, and plant debris at an incredible speed. Instead of waiting months for tough materials to compost, this method introduces the same type of microbial activity directly into garden systems. What you end up with is a liquid inoculant that can rapidly kickstart decomposition and soil life. But here's the part most gardeners overlook. The microbes responsible for this process are already around you. You just need to collect and multiply them. A few years ago, I started experimenting with ways to bring forest soil microbes into my raised beds. At the time, I was dealing with piles of shredded branches and dried leaves that took forever to decompose. Traditional composting worked, but it was slow. So I started studying how forest ecosystems recycle organic matter so efficiently. The answer is microbial diversity. Forest soils are packed with fungi, bacteria, and enzymes specifically adapted to break down woody materials. Those organisms thrive on carbon-rich debris that typical garden compost struggles with. So the goal became simple. Capture those microbes and multiply them. The process starts with collecting a small amount of healthy forest soil. I'm not talking about digging up large sections, just a handful or two from beneath leaf litter where the soil smells rich and earthy. That smell is a sign of active microbial life. Once I bring that soil back to the garden, I mix it with water and a simple carbohydrate source like unsulfured molasses or brown sugar. This provides food for the microbes and allows them to multiply rapidly. The mixture is then loosely covered and left to ferment for about 3 to 5 days. During that time, microbial populations expand dramatically. The result is a liquid filled with decomposer organisms that specialize in breaking down tough organic material. That liquid is what I call forest juice. Now here's where things get interesting. Instead of adding debris to a compost pile and waiting months, I spray this microbial solution directly onto shredded leaves, garden waste, and woody materials. Within a week or two, you can already see decomposition accelerating. Materials that normally take an entire season to break down begin softening and collapsing much faster. And the smell is completely different from typical compost. Instead of sour or rotting odors, the debris begins to smell like forest soil. That's microbial activity doing its job. The first place I tested this method seriously was in a large raised bed where I had buried shredded branches as part of a hugel culture-style base layer. Normally, those materials take years to fully decompose. After applying forest juice periodically and, maintaining good moisture levels, the breakdown rate increased noticeably within one season. The soil above those buried materials became darker and, more sponge-like. Water retention improved. And, plants growing in that bed developed deeper root systems. But one detail made a huge difference. So, let's talk about moisture control. Microbes just can't function effectively in dry environments. Even the most powerful inoculant out there won't do much good if your organic material keeps drying out over and over. That's exactly why, honestly, keeping an eye on soil moisture is so important, especially if you're working in hot climates or with raised beds that tend to dry out pretty quickly. Maintaining that balance, keeps the microbial engine running. Another interesting application for forest juice is dealing with stubborn yard debris, like thick leaf piles or woody mulch. Instead of hauling those materials away or waiting months for them to compost, spraying them with microbial inoculant and keeping them moist, it dramatically speeds up the process. Within just a few weeks, the bottom layers start turning into this dark, rich organic material that, honestly, can be incorporated directly into your garden beds. This method is, especially useful for gardeners who are dealing with large amounts of organic waste. What would normally become a disposal problem actually turns into a valuable soil building resource. I've also tested diluted forest juice as a soil drench around established plants. When applied lightly and followed by watering, it introduces decomposer microbes into the soil ecosystem, where they begin assisting with nutrient cycling. In beds where organic mulch is present, this can significantly accelerate how quickly nutrients become available to plants. One of the most noticeable improvements, honestly, appeared in my tomato beds. After several applications throughout a growing season, the mulch layer began breaking down faster and feeding the soil below. The plants responded with stronger stems and improved fruit production. That's the power of microbial ecosystems working properly. But there's an important point that often gets missed when gardeners try methods like this. Microbial inoculants don't replace organic matter. They enhance the breakdown of it. You still need leaves, plant debris, compost, and other carbon sources to build soil structure. The microbes simply unlock the nutrients inside those materials much faster. Another common mistake is, applying microbial solutions to completely sterile soil that lacks organic matter. Without food sources, microbes just can't survive long. So, honestly, the best results happen when forest juice is used alongside mulch layers, leaf litter, or buried plant materials. Those become the fuel that drives the soil ecosystem. Over time, something interesting begins happening beneath the surface. The soil becomes softer, darker, and easier to work. Earthworm populations increase.